Hey.
What's your favorite thing about space? Mine is space. Space. Gotta go to space. Lady. Lady. Ooh, 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 lady. Ooh, lady. Ooh. Let's go to space. Space. Go to space.
What the hell is that?
You never played Portal 2? What happened?
What?
Space.
I don't like that voice.
Okay, so we saw Gravity.
Oh yeah, we saw Gravity.
This is a great intro, guys.
Yeah, we saw Gravity featuring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. Oh yeah, and with this movie Aftermath, we're doing it with a new guest.
Hey guys, I'm Luke. I'm just kidding.
Calvin.
Just kidding. No, I'm Calvin.
Matt's back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back in my car. Yeah, so we just right now. It is Friday, October 4th.
Yeah.
Yep. Good day to watch Gravity. Well, it's windy. Actually, not really. I don't know.
It's a little dry. Yeah.
So, let's go over the premise. Take it away, Evan.
Okay, basically, two people in space. I don't know. How do I describe it? It's a basic survival. It's being sold as a kind of survival story, and it is, but there's more to it than that.
All I have to say is, we know there's a lot of people out there that are afraid of going out to space. This movie does not help at all.
Yeah. You know, in high school, I did an academic decathlon, and the subjects for science, the focus subject was about space exploration. And this movie was spot on with all the facts that they talked about, like astronauts being disoriented after coming back onto Earth, or like
spoilers.
just
They get back to Earth. Spoilers.
Fuck!
Are you gonna cut that out for us?
No, we're misfits. We don't give a crap about editing.
Okay, fine. I
If
guess
Luke was here, he'd do his
technically
his
I'm
Bill
the,
Riley impression.
technically I'm the editing freak, so I'll just
Fuck
go back
the
to my
edits.
corner.
Okay. Let me get back.
Ain't
to
nobody got time for that.
Let me get back to the actual. Let me get back to the actual story. So you have Sandra Bullock, who plays this mission specialist. He's on her first spacewalk.
Yeah.
Paired up with George Clooney, who's this longtime veteran on his last spacewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Like allegedly he's been doing it since like the late '80s or something.
Yeah.
Because there's no like flashbacks or anything. It's all just dialogue in the now.
Yeah.
In the now, and basically what they're going through is it's like I read in a review. It's either called the Kepler or the Kessler principle, where basically debris field there will be so much low orbit debris within Earth's orbit.
Yes.
Eventually, everything's gonna collide into each other.
Yeah.
And boy, there's colliding.
Because in space, the reason why satellites can stay in the same place is because they follow this orbiting path called a Lagrangian point. So, in one way or another, a satellite's gonna eventually they stay in the same place as their orbit, but they revolve around together. But then because of the Kessler principle, as if debris comes out, then it's possible that it could hit one of those Lagrangian points.
Which in this case becomes a huge problem for our characters.
Yeah.
It's all the Russians' fault, actually.
Blame it on the Russians!
Yes, once again, we have another movie where the Russians are the bad guys.
Okay, they didn't do it.
The Russians, they're trying to do a freaking spy cover-up, all because of that.
Like Hollywood audiences, they were saying they're tired of seeing Russians in the movies, and so Hollywood was okay, we won't have Russians.
Well, in the 80s, it was
but in reality, they're just indirectly using Russians.
It was like in the 90s, it was the Russians. In the double O's, it was like the Middle East entirely, and now it's like
actually Korea is like Korea.
Currently it's North Korea.
Yeah, it's
North Korea.
It's like the Dawn, Red Dawn coming out and stuff.
Oh, Red Dawn.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, yeah.
They do. Is that in the Middle East? Oh yeah. Like all the never mind.
I'd actually like to think of this movie, Gravity, as Lara Croft, Tomb Raider kind of thing. Except You know the recent movie that the recent video game that came out for Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, I guess you get like the body type.
Because she's like a complete noob at all this crap.
She sucks at grabbing things.
Yes.
She really sucks at grabbing things.
Was this like the worst things happened?
Yeah. So that basically happens to Sandra Bullock in Gravity. She sucks at first, and eventually she starts getting good.
Oh yeah, it's actually
at grabbing things.
But that's pretty much what carries the movie because of her inexperience. That's
it's
the part that makes it more suspenseful.
Which is why it's so much like Tomb Raider.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty epic.
Yeah. This is really,
Like, my favorite part, personally, was the sound design. The sound was just so crisp.
Yes.
I like the idea.
So epic, so intense.
It knows when to come in and knows when to back out.
Yeah, okay, just to be clear, the sound design in this movie works with space, with like the laws of space, and like there is no actual sound per se. There's like a lot of muffles, but most of the sound effects are done by like the score.
Yeah.
Actually, there's parts where you think it's part of the music, and it turns out it's actually just the ambience from perhaps the.
There was a weird part where there was like a phone ringing in the middle. Was that? Was
Yeah.
that part of the, I couldn't tell if that was part of the movie or was that someone had a really loud.
I don't know.
Because it doesn't really go anywhere. Well.
Unless they're trying to dial Houston and then.
Maybe it's the radio.
Yeah. Well. I guess it could be from the radio. Heck, they got woof woofs from like a freaking.
I'm sorry for miscongeniality.
Sometimes Foley artists just use the weirdest shit.
Yeah, and the visuals. Wow.
Oh
this
yeah,
space visuals.
I love the sound design, but I actually think that it's the visuals.
This movie's basically like all special effects throughout. And like, that's not a bash on it.
It's space visual porn.
It's not a bash. In fact, this movie and Prisoners are two movies that are proof that you don't need like the craziest plot to make a good movie.
Yeah, this movie.
No, Prisoners is a crazy plot.
But
this movie, on the other hand, is more simplistic.
No, from the trailer,
simple premise.
People just think two kids are gone, and now you have to find them. That's what you get from the trailer. So,
this is basically a simple premise. Like you could like, say in one sense. And then,
yeah, but then when it comes to Gravity, that simple premise isn't really exactly enhanced on. Where Prisoners, they love to layer on the icing as much as possible.
But I'm talking about in the form of a trailer, because trailers they don't. I like what they did with both of these movies. They don't give away too much.
What I like about the trailers in Gravity is just like in terms of audiences responding to the trailers in Gravity, everyone's always like gasping at the very end.
Yeah, and then with the sudden grand pause with like all the violins just like.
No. And everyone's going, whoa.
And then I love that. The best part of sound design is the reverse swishes.
Yeah.
It's like normally swishes go. But when they reverse it, it brings like this intense suspenseful moment, and up it's like. Sorry.
No. It was all me. I'm sorry.
But that's exactly what happens like at least 10 times throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like it just silence. The silence just totally adds to chills.
Yeah. I actually really like George Clooney in this movie because he keeps on pushing like his own like sexual orientation on like Sandra Bullock. He's like, "Hey, do I look good?" And like, how?
Well, come on, it's everyone's dream to be attached to George Clooney in the middle of space.
All right, don't look at me too long now.
It's basically reliving your Final Fantasy VIII fantasy. Remember, like when they were fighting the Ragnarok?
Yes.
That's like this movie for like 20 minutes, but like instead of like very vague, obvious like dialogue about like how much they love each other, but also how much he doesn't want to love people. There's actually I'm talking about Squall. But this one is actually about developing like a certain sense of character or like a theme.
A certain sense of character. I feel like the character it's
a simple story about sort of overcoming trauma and coming out as a better person through dealing with that trauma.
Like Tomb Raider.
No, not. I like the game fine, but like the story of her being trying to become like a survivor is complete bullcrap. Because she can survive everything after like the first half hour. She survives actually more like 2 hours.
Are you talking about that one movie where it's like she's like floating in the air and?
I'm going back to Tomb Raider, the game, the new one.
Oh, okay. Not the movie. Okay.
but
like, okay, it's a simple story, but like it's such enhanced by like the big visuals and the special effects.
Yeah, like the atmosphere is really. I'll get the atmosphere.
And that's what this movie is about, storytelling.
Yes.
Film has always been about storytelling, so it really hurts for me to see people
always about the storytelling. Machete kills.
That's a form of storytelling too. But anyway,
fuck that shit.
The poster's right next. The poster was right next to the poster was right next to the theater, so we couldn't avoid looking at it. Trained to kill, left to die. Back for more.
Really, I like it how in those trailers he just denies everything the bad guy says. Says, I know your every move. Nobody knows Machete.
Machete don't tweet.
What do? Machete kills. You can't imagine him in this movie.
Well,
but this is a simple movie. It's brisk, barely just around 90 minutes, so it feels kind of aimless in that sense.
yes, and I do feel like, in a way, they try to like squeeze like every minute out of this movie.
What?
It's like they put in some fillers.
I'm sure there's like there won't be. I don't see anywhere.
In a way, okay, you could take it as a filler, or you could take it as some kind of suspense drama.
Yeah.
Yes, but then like I feel it more as a filler, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, so a lot of people are gonna feel that way, but
I know, because I'm surprised.
If you're like a filmmaker, or if you study film, a lot of as you progress through studying film and other stuff, you'll notice these things and take it more seriously as stuff that's just building up into the movie.
Yes.
Whereas there will be movies that are full of crap, and at that point you will realize that it's not just like in addition to the story.
Unfortunately, people nowadays won't think that way.
Yep.
So, you know, they're just gonna go towards the filler side, while the other movie connoisseurs like us,
this movie's basically perfect. Like has a perfect rating, or like actually
a near perfect rating.
This is probably
98.
as good as it gets for a movie in space about getting lost in space.
Lost in
But
space.
just in terms of using like big budget special effects,
Oh
it's
my
probably
God.
as good as it's gonna get in terms of having a story and characters.
a near real kind of space thing. Not like your Star Wars, Star Trek shit, or Titan AE, or whatever the crap you are watching. Nah, that's fiction. This is real stuff
But
going
that's
on
a different
here.
genre, so.
Shut up, Calvin! Okay, fine. I think that's exactly what I meant. My car is vibrating. Okay. But overall, I'd have to say Gravity, watch it. Just watch it.
It's really
If you like thrillers,
Yeah.
it's all about suspense, and some of you could probably already guess the ending, but it doesn't matter. What you're in there
thanks
for
a
the
lot,
ride.
Jeremy.
What? What? You get an underwear commercial kind of sequence going on. You know?
So there's another incentive.
Oh yeah, that's
Forward.
good. Oh yeah.
Underwear commercials.
You get Sandra Bullock stripping out of her
This is a great way to end the
spacesuit
movie,
in free fall, or not free fall, just like no gravity. Well, no zero G. You ever just sort of slowly undressing, and like there's no ending. It's just like sort of they just sort of fly. All her clothes just sort of fly into the camera in 3D.
Oh yeah, and if you have the chance to do this in 3D, I don't know, but
I feel like-
maybe you might get some like little water droplets
Oh, yeah,
flying
I
into
heard
your
from the
face,
reviews,
or like satellites satellite panels coming right into your face.
This movie
Yeah, I
probably
read the
look-
reviews that it's really good in 3D. I regret not watching it in 3D.
Yeah, I feel like we feel kind of detached.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Whatever.
It was still good though. So
I'll see it in IMAX 3D this Sunday.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay.
It's gonna look so pretty.
But
Well,
I had only had one movie to choose for the next 2 weeks, and I'm pretty glad I chose this movie. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, well, can we talk about the one shots first? Because this is like a big deal.
The cinematography.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Because basically, like the entire for most of this movie, there's a lot of long
Hardcore
one shots.
long shots.
There's TV tropes calls it the oneer. Where like
The oneer, yes.
Where like there's this long scene where there's no like at least visible edits or cuts. It's just like a lot of panning. That's basically this first 10 minutes.
Yes.
And it's
Oh
gorgeous.
my
Yes.
god, it is gorgeous.
There's a lot of it. Like here, it's probably
And
easier.
if it wasn't one shot, it's even more impressive
Yeah.
because that's a lot of editing to it.
Because like they have special effects, which is both harder and easier to like sort of pre-plan. Because it's easier to manipulate what you want, but you don't know how it's gonna look. But it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, and then like while she's in like the Sandra Bullock's in like the space station and everything, or Ryan, whatever you want to call her or him. Wait, Ryan.
Ryan, yeah, girl.
Okay.
It's Matt
always
and
thought
Ryan
she-
Stone.
I always
It's
thought
Matt
she was
Karofsky and Ryan Stone. As Ryan Stone is Sandra Bullock. Matt is George
Okay.
Clooney.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but then like you can. However they filmed this and did like the special effects, the sequencing like inside the space station. I think they went to the Soyuz, or was it the ISS? No,
It's
the
both.
ISS.
Admittedly both.
They were connected. They were connected. Okay.
There's always
Yeah.
a chance that
There's
most
so
of it
many
was green
explosions.
screen.
Like this movie looks so cool because there's so many explosions and debris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, every little detail in the visual aspect was brilliant. There's even a little, there was some kind of Disney toy.
No, it was
No, that was Looney Tunes.
Martian.
Martian.
I'm
That was
sorry,
cute.
I don't notice stuff.
and a retainer. Just in gross
In all honesty, you like when it comes to like actual space exploration, like bringing that little tiny figure of yours
Yeah.
is gonna cost a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's gonna mean a lot to you.
it's gonna have
When you get in this kind of situation, it's
Yeah.
gonna mean a lot to you.
Yeah. Wait. What is it? Also in terms of trinkets and other little toys, like whenever she's like in some kind of escape pod, like there's always like some kind of like religious figure on top of the dashboard. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was Buddha for the China set. There was the Russian I think the Russian Catholic. Russian Catholic like Jesus photo picture going on, and yeah, I mean I think it's like it's also trying to like subtly put in the fact that although we have all these different cultures, we all have like the same like thoughts, and like heck, even our own escape pods work similarly almost, you know.
It's just a matter of being human.
Yeah.
You could take it that way, or you could just.
It's like this great scene where Sandra Bullock, he's basically talking on the radio, but I can't tell if it was a Chinese or a Russian radio.
It was Chinese, but I couldn't tell if it was.
'Cause, like, the radio-
I couldn't tell if it was Canto or it was Vietnamese almost.
'Cause it was basically
or Thai, because really they the way it sounded was
Because it's
all
basically
very similar.
half of it's basically all in static, so she's just sort of having to sort of play around. Would you call that best actress material? Maybe.
I think that was just
Like
part-
she
that
did
was just
sell
natural
she did
standing.
sell like the emotional tragedy. And, like, she
Yeah, I
did
always
sell.
thought she was great.
She did sell like the start of her being this very like closed off, very obviously like she's sort of hiding some kind of like internal pain from the start, and then she's sort of having to force to deal with it when she's all alone, and then like at the end she's able to stand strong and survive and like have them find some motivation to live and push through, and she really sold that act really well.
Yeah, she played really well because I was afraid after I saw Miss Congeniality. Did you guys see that movie? Yeah,
Yes, of
I couldn't-
course.
Yeah, after watching that movie, I couldn't take her seriously, so I was a little worried at first that she might show a little more of
Yeah.
that side of
Well,
her.
You know, I actually
But in the end, it was still a satisfying
If I was looking
performance.
I actually liked Sandra Bullock in one of her other movies. I forgot what it was called, but then it's like she goes to Alaska, like she's an editor, and then like
Oh, his proposal?
yes, The Proposal.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a great romantic comedy. I love that romantic comedy. Oh, so good, so good. I love when the eagle comes in and like snatches the little dog, and then that was funny. Yeah, but then to see Sandra Bullock in this kind of act,
It's a surprise.
not too shabby.
This movie was supposed to.
And
like,
also, I see her in a completely new light. She has wonderful thighs.
I thought you were gonna say she was a great actress.
It's like, man, like, this would have been an entirely different movie if they went with the original cast, which was supposed to be Natalie Portman and Robert.
Ah, Natalie Portman, why?
And Robert Downey
She's
Jr.
not that bad. Have you seen The Professional?
Uh-huh.
But then it's
No, like no. What you're looking for is Closer.
Yeah.
Closer.
Oh.
She plays a stripper then.
Yeah, but I agree. I don't think she would fit this movie.
Sandra Bullock, George
Yep.
Clooney. Yeah.
Good job.
George Clooney has this
Overall.
great sarcasm.
Overall, let's end this thing. I want to go to previews. We're at the 21-minute mark. Okay, so
Yeah,
watch
sorry.
Gravity. Watch it. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Great
Metacritic, whatever. It was high.
A perfect statement of blockbuster filmmaking, but also artsy style, like craftsmanship and human writing, emotions. And,
Yeah.
A
Matt.
simple plot with a brilliant execution. I'd say.
Yes.
Matt,
What?
do you like it? What's your consensus? Or what's your
Oh,
one statement? Go.
one scene. I don't
Thank
know.
you, man.
There's
I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
There's a lot to say. It was like really good for the kind of movie it was meant to be. I really liked the atmosphere. It was really like immersive. Like I really felt like I
And
was in there.
spacey.
And spacey.
3D.
It was out
It was
of
open.
this world.
Well, fuck you!
The atmosphere.
Jeremy Johns did that, and I'm. You know what? That
Oh,
that
he
just
did?
pissed me off. Yeah.
Oh, he did? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't know.
Space, trial. Putting the system on trial. In space. Space system on trial. Guilty. Not being in space. Go to space, Dad. Dad, I'm in space.
Ah!
Okay, back to
You see,
trailer,
it's a
back to
loop.
previews.
It's the beginning. It's at the beginning of the video now.
Okay.
Oh,
Full circle. So okay, trailers.
trailers.
We only had four. All new ones though. So yay.
Actually, I
First-
already saw the Lord of the Rings.
Well, like in terms of what
You
we're
want
talking
you want to
about.
start with
Hobbit, sorry.
you want to start with
Okay, we got the Hobbit.
Hobbit.
Desolation of
It's up to you guys.
Smog.
Smog. Yeah, Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch, baby.
They didn't.
I'm sold on Cumberbatch.
Are
That
you
was a great trailer.
Are you a Cumberbitch or a Benedict? Ooh.
Why not both?
They did weird things with his voice though in editing. It sounded like more gravelly. It doesn't really sound that much like him, but though.
Audacity.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Professional movie makers use Audacity.
No, really, the AVS Audio Editor has this technique where you can deepen your voice by like 5%
Yeah.
or so. They probably did something like that to it.
Yeah, but the trailer, it looks amazing.
Oh,
The picture looks
Peter
amazing.
Jackson's
Visuals
always great.
all over the place.
Peter Jackson's always great.
The artist's orgasm right there.
He is
It's-
a master of the end.
This does look like I think this is like a better cut trailer, and it's better looking than like the stuff they had with
Teaser trailer?
with Unexpected Journey at least.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the Unexpected Journey, it looked fun, it looked good, but like it didn't look as overtly spectacular as I think I was hoping for it to be. There's still a lot of like over the top Legolas stuff.
Legolas.
I thought the teaser trailer for this movie was
Yeah.
amazing. If you saw the previous trailer, where they like go into the title and you think it's over, but no, you still have to see that dragon just show up and scare the living crap out of everyone.
Dragons. Dragons.
Barrels, more hiding the ring, just in the delay.
That ending
More
shot, he's in the barrel, and what does he do? He takes out a sword.
More vague, more overt references to the original trilogy. They actually they show
Orcs.
they show Sauron like in a like a split second edit. His
Yeah.
demonic pupil.
I think that's it for Hobbit.
Yeah, like there's not much to say about it. It's like
Yeah.
we all like we've all seen.
I think we're all going to watch The Hobbit.
we've all
Well,
seen.
of course.
Well, we've all seen. Did we
Yeah.
all see
I
Unexpected
haven't
Journey?
seen. the newer Hobbit, like not the recent one. I've seen like the ones before.
The animated? You mean the animated Hobbit, or that's like the original trilogy?
No, I mean the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the recent Hobbit before the second part.
Oh, the first Hobbit.
Honestly, well, that grew for me. Like, it's not. I get why people complain about it, but I felt like the right. I got what they were going with, and I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And of course, the odds are this one's gonna be about as good, probably a bit better. Well, I know that how they produce this one is a bit strange, but
All right.
I trust them.
Grudge match. Grudge match.
Basically,
Rocky versus
Raging Bull.
What?
Raging Bull.
Sounds like a fun movie.
Sounds like a fun movie. It is a fucking
It's
fun
basically
movie.
a take.
Wait, you guys already saw it? Or?
No.
It looks
Of course
cool.
I haven't
Okay.
watched it. It's gonna be good.
It's-
because
okay,
it
so-
has Rocky
Okay, so you have
Okay,
Sylvester
fine.
Stallone and
or Rambo, whatever you want to call him. Wait, actually no.
Rambo.
Fuck.
we
I
have.
got my actors mixed up.
Okay, so the plot of that movie is basically
Obviously Chuck
Stallone versus De Niro. These used to be like young boxers who in their prime had like this big grudge match, and they always wanted to have a rematch. But then like early on, Sylvester Stallone goes, "I'm retired." He actually retires for once instead of like in the Rocky movies, but he kept coming back over and over again. And then like 30 years later, he Kevin Hart basically gets him to do this video game motion capture.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
And
Yeah.
then they basically run
They
into
they
each
re-
other.
they run each
They
other.
run into each other and they
People
start.
people
trying-
record their bickering and brawling. People want to
becomes
see the
a viral
rematch,
video.
and
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. They mix pop culture and like
I don't know. It feels like kind of a weird like sort of cheapish nostalgia
yeah,
trip.
that's true.
It looks, I don't know. But Kevin Hart and Alan Arkin, they're always funny.
Yeah.
Just
But
the
you know,
way-
you know that the two guys, De Niro and freaking like
They probably got paid a lot to make this movie.
they're just gonna suit up and throw down. Next trailer.
We have
Is Saving Mr. Banks?
From
Saving Private Ryan. Wait, I mean
Once
Saving
again,
Mary
Tom
Poppins.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks makes a comeback in Saving Mr. Banks.
It's Saving insert name.
Saving insert name here.
Yes, basically.
No, but this is a completely different story from
It's a
World War
completely different
II.
story. That would be funny if it was
Okay,
the same movie.
this is Walt Disney Pictures. Okay, so you know.
Yeah, you can't expect it to be.
It's okay. So it's about.
So think of it as like the behind the scenes like feature from like your the special edition copy of your DVD, and it's specifically for Mary Poppins. This is the movie that you're going to be watching.
A true story of the behind the scenes of another story.
making
Yes.
Mary Poppins. Well, like basically they spoiled the entire movie in the trailer. Honestly. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
See, that's why I said trailer editors have really the tough job when it comes to this.
Well, movies
Give
like
me that
these.
bear.
It's basically Snooty, Emma Watson playing. I don't know. Was it Mary Peters who wrote the original Mary Poppins? Oh, never mind. Who plays the author of the Mary Poppins books? She travels all the way to LA to meet up with Walt Disney, played by Tom Hanks, who I think was like this is the first time someone has actually bothered to try to play as Walt Disney.
Oh yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Well, I think Tom Hanks is definitely the job.
I promise my daughters I get your character, your beloved Mary Poppins, to fly off the screen. Or fly off the pages.
And then Wilson will make a cameo appearance. Wilson!
Okay.
Wilson! Okay.
And basically,
I'm done.
you see this uptight Emma Watson trying to protect her character by basically complaining
Emma
about
Watson?
Emma Thompson, complaining about the entire production. So it's like this house is not designed right, or like that unconstable is not a word. Change it. Get rid of all made up words. And they have the edit. They have the Sherman Brothers hide the lyrics to Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah.
Or Supercali.
Yeah.
And they basically
Too bad none of the kids will know anything about the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious kind of thing, you know. Oh, I love Mary Poppins. My parents used to play it all the time when I was
Yeah.
little.
Oh yeah, they used to play so much back in kindergarten. I got sick of it actually.
I'm still confused about the plot line, but still, I
It's
like
basically
it.
like
Yeah, I don't remember anything about the plot. I just remember penguins dancing and stuff.
Yeah!
I was like, that's the coolest thing ever.
Mary Poppins was sent to save the kids. No, she was meant to save the father. Oh wait, backstory, flashbacks is like the countryside of the dry countryside of Europe or Britain.
That would be sad if that was the whole point of the movie, to find out what she was trying to save, and they just ruined that in the trailer.
Yeah.
That would.
It's basically it's like you have the big moment. It's like, look, it's Walt Disney in Disneyland. Yay. And they had them walking down Main Street. Which I'm not sure if they shot the movie at Disneyland or if they actually bothered to recreate it so that way they keep the park open.
You never know when they put green screens in. Honestly, there's so many movies.
Honestly, like with this kind of movie, like, well, okay, maybe a lot of like these kinds of movies actually now are using green screen for background, so I don't mind. It looks nice though.
Gravity had some green
It looks
screen.
nice. It looks kind of cute. Not cute. Well, it looks charming in that old-fashioned Disney way.
Do we have anything
It's a
else?
Disney-
We have this Nebraska.
I'm not gonna watch it. No.
That's from Alexander Payne, who did Sideways, Descendants, About Schmidt.
I
You
think
see
it.
how to keep it black and white.
Okay, the Spirit story starring is
I think it's stupid.
okay, so the story is like Will Forte has to deal with his I guess his crazy or just a kind of senile father
Senile.
who has this like weird sheet where he says he won $1 million, has to go all the way to Nebraska, and it's basically him trying to like Will Forte having to deal with the town wanting the money. Maybe he's in some kind of trouble, and his family wanting the money and having to relate back to his father or some.
I'd like to think of this story as Shark Tale. Remember
I don't
Shark
know.
Tale with like Robert De Niro and then Will Smith?
That movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, he's the Shark Slayer. Oh, yeah, he's rich and amazing. I liked it.
It was okay, but
No, we were not like. No one should ever watch Will Smith fish ever again.
Why?
Never, ever, 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 ever.
I
ever,
liked
ever,
Shark
ever,
Tale.
ever,
That was
ever,
my
ever,
favorite.
Ever. No Will Smith
It's a-
fish. He's too scary for kids.
But Renee Zellweger.
you should have seen the video that's
Just watch the Bridget Jones Diary, and then like you get plenty of like real life Renee Zellweger.
You should have seen the video on YouTube called Will Smith Makes Noises. Right in the middle.
Oh, yeah, that was like-
is the Shark
No,
Tale
it was
clip.
like-
It's him going, what's up? What's up?
No, that was like the Screen Junkies video, wasn't it? Like Will Smith.
Yeah, it was
doing
Screen
super-
Junkies.
Will Smith like
I think it was
supercut.
Screen Junkies. The with Men in Black 2 one.
Yeah, but that's pretty much Nebraska.
This weird indie black
it's
and white
interesting how
movie.
they keep it in black and white. I somehow feel like it might be a homage to some older classic movie.
There's a lot of indie.
You
This
never
movie, this entire fall is filled with just like a lot of prestige movies, and they all look good, and they're all getting like that kind of praise. So that one will probably get lost in the shuffle.
It looks like something my parents will probably enjoy more than me. Yeah.
It's kind of it's an off kilter brand of humor.
Yeah.
Some of it's a little funny, but I didn't really. Maybe like out of context, out of context it's kind of weird. But maybe if you watch the movie as a whole, it could work.
From what it seems like a really slow pace, like really low key, I guess, kind of movie.
Very
Yeah.
plotless, very kind of plotless. Actually,
Hey.
I mean, we could barely sort of get a sense of plot.
I mean,
outside of,
look,
like,
Does it come out during red light period?
it comes out in around
Look at
November.
the main character's facial expressions. They just like had the same look for like almost the entire.
Will Forte
trailer.
like he kind of has all the life drained out of him. He's just sort
Yeah.
of.
I guess that's his character though. So
Yeah.
you never know.
I guess that's it for trailers.
Gravity's good.
Gravity was good.
Watch it in 3D.
Watch it.
Definitely watch it in 3D.
Great stuff.
It's out
I-
of this
like-
world.
Yes, you got the pudding.
What? You didn't even give him the fist when he
No,
said
I
it.
didn't see it. I wasn't looking. I was like, just sort of.
Wow. Okay. So that's basically it.
Thanks for
Typical.
having me, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. We enjoyed having you, Calvin.
I'll actually probably be doing my own little short video for this too. So
You're basically like our number one fan. You're like the only subscriber. You and Matt are the only subscriber that's not us. And two, you're the only one that. I think you're the only. Were you the only like for the prisoners video?
I I don't know.
I think
don't
so.
know.
There's only one like. I assume that's it.
Actually,
Yeah,
there's
that's
two.
you.
But that's because
Yes, yes.
that's
Getting
because Jeremy
places.
tagged me on your first video. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good analysis.
We're getting places. Yes.
Getting somewhere.
Okay, yeah. So like, comment, subscribe. You know, all of the stuff will be down in the description below. Yeah, we'll put him in. We'll put him in too.
He's tagged.
Yeah.
He gets a plug. He gets his plug.
Sweet. Awesome.
Until then,
See you
this
guys.
is Movie Misfits.
Movie aftermath.
Fuck.
Plus CC.